and gentlemen, welcome to the Married at First Sight All-Star panel with August Love Story, Talisa Ray, and Jackie Glenn. I told you guys that we have a big surprise for you, and the big surprise is that you don't have to watch us on multiple screens, but we're all in the same room together for this Married at First Sight All-Star panel. Hey guys,
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
It's
I'm over here
good
with a
to-
little dance.
It's good to see each and every one of you guys. We're actually first time meeting each other live and in person. So
Right.
It's great to be here with family. We even have co-stars Quad and Lily here with us. So it is wonderful. But we're going to talk about Married at First Sight. It's good to see each and every one of you guys out there. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining with us. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share and subscribe. Make sure to everybody's page, share this because, and if you like this, like us being together, let us know in the chat and let us know what city you like us to come to. And so give us a comment there and see if you want us to come to the West Coast, Midwest, or the East. Well, let us know. All right. So wait, everybody say hi. I don't want to be. I don't want to take over the whole.
Right, it's different now because we all like
It's a little different.
because we're all here.
A little bit different. You guys like okay. This way, come on, everybody can say hi. So, but we here, Married at First Sight. So let's get here. Let's talk about let's start with this couple. Couple's not really too much. Not a lot going on. Let's start with Miguel and Lindy, and we'll start with the lady in brown.
I just want you to know how I wasn't paying attention to who we started with. Because I was looking down at my phone, trying to say hi to y'all on the chat. That's what I'm doing. Okay, just so y'all know. You said
Miguel and Lindy.
Miguel
Let's
and
go,
Lindy.
Your thoughts on Miguel and Lindy, and that you stick around for the whole interview video. At the end of it, we're gonna give our predictions for what we think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure you stick around. The
Oh,
note take. We can use our phone to take predictions, but with Miguel and Lindy, your thoughts on Miguel and Lindy from this past episode of Married at First Sight.
And I really hate that you started with me first. I need a little. Sometimes I need like I need a little warm up. Like, what was the show about? Ooh, I don't have no notes. I just watched the show. So Miguel and Lindy, I feel like I really don't even remember much that they talked about except for because they weren't like the highlights for me. So I don't really remember except for the indecisiveness about where they are in their relationship and how she was on a high. Hey, I'm on a high, and now all of a sudden my world has caved in because you're showing me a different part, a different person of who you are, or whatever. And so for me, I feel like she should say no, but I really don't like remember anything about them.
It wasn't much.
Right? It was. They sat on the couch. They went to the wine country.
Right.
That's all I really
I mean, Miguel apologized. He basically apologized for being rude and being moody and telling everyone, what's going on with her. He didn't want to see. She said he was controlling, and he didn't. He denied that he was controlling. But the biggest issue was he was like, "That's not controlling. I don't yell at you. I don't fuss." But he didn't understand that there's much more to controlling than yelling and fussing and telling you what to do. It's just a little bit more. Tell me your thoughts on Miguel and Lindy. Anything that you
He ready with his nose.
Look.
He's prepared.
No, I think the controlling part for him. I don't. He doesn't see it. He does not see it, and I don't think he's wanting to work as hard as he possibly can for this to work. I think he's like halfway out the door. He's right there at decision day and everything like that. So it's like, for him, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go through these motions. I'm going through these motions, and my answer is no. At the end of the day, he said something. I'm trying not to look down in my phone too much.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Be
Okay.
who we are.
All right. Right. Nah, he when he said that he doesn't, they was at the winery thing, and he was like, he doesn't know if he can be what she needs him to be with him, and then that her explosiveness is scary and it takes a lot out of him, and it's a big fear of his. I was thinking when he said that, it was basically was like that those are the things that you fight for. Those are the things that you have to determine, am I willing to do this? Because it happens with anybody's friendship, anybody's relationship, any type of ship you have, you're gonna have that type of you're gonna have some type of explosiveness. And it's, are you willing to get past that? Are you willing to fight for that? You know, and for him, to me, what I inferred was that he wasn't like, this ain't for me. You know, she's not his person, and you know, her explosiveness, and it's not like she hasn't been this person this whole time. You know, it's not like she's changing on him day in, day out and everything like that. So it's like weird enough.
This is why we don't go live.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think she been that explosive either. Now you helping jog my memory. When I think about it, she hasn't really even been, right. She ain't showed us what I want to see.
Right. Like she's like, if she's been kind of like where she said she was at a 4, right? Mm-hmm. So she's been a 4.
The biggest thing that we've seen her do was when she got upset about the insurance.
Yeah,
right?
That was
and
it.
I'm like, if that was the biggest thing,
if that's your 4,
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
You know,
even at the resort when she got upset, she cried and left. We didn't see her. She didn't go Hurricane K and start slamming chairs,
right,
and throwing people off the mountains or anything. So I don't think, her is bad. I think because where she comes from and her religious background, where they usually don't get upset and get mad and see that now that when she gets here, she's like, well, that's terrible for me because that's not a character.
Yes,
her emotions. I think that, you know, probably is the biggest thing that would bother me, is like how emotional she is. Like, you're crying over everything, you know. The most alarming thing is, I think she said it last week, that she can't talk to him. Right. Out of anything that she said, that will be the one thing that I'm like, I have to change. I have to fix that, because you have to be able to talk to me. I don't care how it comes out, how nice, how mean, you have to be able to say what you need to say, because if you don't, then I'm living my life off of a lie or not a full truth, you know. So,
but on that point, but that you would say that, I feel like the experts, they concentrated on that with Stasha and Nate. They should have did that with everybody,
right?
Like, because it's gonna be a point where you have to talk about those hard things,
right, right.
And sorry if I make it sound like you're controlling, but again, it is controlling. You're trying to control me. Like, you're not trying to control, you know, because sometimes controlling people's like, you can't go here, you can't go there. But in this case, is you can't be you.
Right.
You can't be you, and I want to be me. And that's what she talked to her sister about. I thought it was funny when she talked to her sister. She was like, he's upset because I got distracted on things. And her sister was like, listen, he would have had to say,
right.
Because I've been getting distracted too.
Cool. What did she say at the beginning? Her kids were like, the dad had the kids or something like that.
You know, and so you just have to come to a compromise. And that's what her sister said. You have to compromise, and okay, maybe I can, because we have personalities, of course, but sometimes you do have to kind of mute some things. You don't take yourself away, but you can't be wilding out all the time with your spouse, and your spouse can't always be growling at you. So he's gonna have to learn to say, like you said, this is her 4.5. This is her normal. Can I deal with it?
Right.
Or can I not? Because I think I said that in our review. Her 4.5 might really be a 10 to him.
Yeah.
So it's like, can I deal with that? But definitely not. Like, she can't come. This is me.
Yeah.
I've been this for 30 some years. I can't change that. I can't change that. So I don't know.
She probably need to be saying how she's concerned about his explosiveness. Well, he's telling her she needs to be okay. So I'm your reflection as your wife. So what do you see when you see me? You see yourself. Even though we haven't known, evidently you're recognizing explosive behavior that you exhibit yourself. So what are you gonna do?
Because I feel like he's to me, he was an absolute 10, not in a 10 of a Hurricane K way, but don't touch me. I don't want to hug you. Like, dang.
Like, I don't understand. Like, there's no time that I would not give my wife a hug. I'm a hugger anyway. I probably hug all y'all. Right. You know, but it's I can be extremely mad and if somebody say, "Hey, give me a hug," I can't turn down a hug.
Okay.
Like how? What type of evil is that?
But
To-
others know how to do you. There's a I love you.
Right, right.
And it's like I'm just hugging.
yeah,
You want to at least do that.
right,
But even if you're mad, a good hug will calm you down.
right.
Yeah.
If you're
It
mad,
grounds
yeah,
you,
right,
yeah.
it grounds you, right? So she like, give me a hug. It's her. I think when she was asking to give me a hug, was like, you know what? Let's make peace.
Yeah,
Again,
Let's make peace and let's calm this down. And he was like, bump that. I'm already mad.
yeah.
but again, some of those same tools that State and Nasha,
State Nasha.
Sasha and Nate. I know I'm gonna do that. Sasha and Nate said, you know, I feel like nobody talks to them. Hold a hand. We gotta talk about this.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
because they should have employed that then.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
giving them that
That's gonna be
baby.
their problem.
That instead of giving him that baby.
Instead
What was that about? When we think back on that, that was probably the dumbest thing they could have
Yeah.
did. Yeah, they not ready for no baby.
Nah,
Absolutely not.
they definitely-
Absolutely not. Especially Lindy. That's a different topic.
Lindy said, "Here's the baby."
There you go.
But she kind of almost said here because he was like, I'm taking the baby.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so she just relented, like,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
Because she wasn't comfortable with taking care of the baby. She didn't. She said it. I didn't have the motherly skills to take care of the baby.
You better
So
get you some.
she might.
Yeah, especially if you have a baby,
Or-
like
Maybe she doesn't have.
Yeah, that's possible.
I don't know.
Not really much.
Not really much.
Nah.
Let's move on to this couple. We talk about the least amount of fireworks. Let's go to Mitch and Kristen. Yeah, when you get to the Alexis and Justin, and then you
And
get
the
to
Stasha and Nate.
Stasha and Nate on the grand scheme of things. On the
Stasha and
grand-
Nate.
Stasha and Nate, boy.
on the grand scheme of things, those they're a little bit lower, right?
Yeah.
So we'll start with Tommy.
Oh, okay.
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 And I'm not going to Lisa first.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we cool today, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Together, it's brother and sister love today, right?
Because it could be brother and sister fight. you know?
Oh man.
No, right? We can go with Tommy.
All right. I got it. So Kristen and Mitch, man, they really surprised me this episode. It's good to see them in a good spot, you know, because it seems like they're making the changes that they need to make, making the corrections that they need to make. And I'm sorry, guys. My child is walking around.
They excited to see Lily.
But yeah, so they just make it, they seem to be happy, and that makes me smile to see them. And I feel like they've worked the hardest to get to where they are, you know. I think, did he say like he didn't want her? He basically said, I want to say yes. And he was trying to confirm with her that she's going to say yes. The thing that was like, I don't think he was delivering it correctly was when he brought up the idea that he wants after decision day for them to like stay, I guess, be a couple or something like that. I was like,
He wanted them
Live
to
separately.
be separate a little bit because he's exhausted.
right.
He's
I was
exhausted.
like, wait, what are you talking about, brother? This is it, bro. Like
You
what?
ain't even did nothing.
Right.
This ain't even her life.
Y'all still on the honeymoon stage,
Yeah,
man. What are you
what
talking
you
about? This is light work, you know. But he kind of explained it a little bit better when he was like not separate as two people, but just you know, away from everything. You know, just
You trying your best.
I am. Because I like where they were. I like where they were. No, but he
I'm rooting for you.
yeah, I like where they are. But I still think Kristen has a lot of work to do as far as like really expressing herself and being her, you know, for Mitch. And because Mitch is there, he's gonna be Mitch regardless of who's in the room or who's not in the room. But Kristen is definitely gonna put on face, and she definitely needs to work on that. I think it was funny, like seeing Mitch come around to Luna when they was like, it's so funny. She washes the wrinkles, like that is hilarious. And then I was like, this is a real life Men in Black dog, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where that mad dog.
Men in Black. Man.
Hey, but I told my wife I was mad though. I'm see what you guys think. The last night, I don't want the dog to sleep in bed with me. The last night it should be just us.
First off, the dog is not sleeping with me at all. Last night, first night, never night. That is a no. And the dog has been fine sleeping on the floor in the little cot.
She's special.
Luna didn't want to be there. And now you're starting to a habit that you're not going to want to continue
Luna didn't want
when
her
you guys
wrinkle wash.
eventually move in together down the line sometime, because you're going to live separately but be together. That is the craziest thing. I had a guy one time tell me that he wanted to be with me, but we're going to be separate but together.
How does that work?
Yeah, how that work?
I guess that's being married but living in your own house.
We're gonna be separate. So it was if we dating and we're gonna be together, and then we can go out, and hang out. And this is before my current lifestyle. And so I was like, I don't know how that works. And so when I see you out and I'm at a club, how does it work? Oh, you're gonna stop what you're doing and you're gonna come talk to me because we're still together.
Right.
I thought that sounds crazy to me. Like Mitch sounds crazy to me, telling her that I want to take a break. I want to be single for a little while. It's pretty much what he's saying. I want to revert to my old lifestyle just to see if I really want to be with you. That's how I'm seeing
That's
it.
what y'all got?
That's what I got.
I didn't
He
get that.
enjoyed. Did you not hear him tell his friend how much he enjoyed being separate from her? Or not? Let me hear him say enjoy, but he went back to his single life for a little while, and it was refreshing, or whatever the verbiage was. And I thought, I know you lying, and you know that ain't what I said.
I heard that part. Yeah, I know that. What
You
you
know
said?
It was an effort, okay? Like, I know you lying.
Right. But he said that. He did. He was like, I miss surf. I don't surf as much.
Yeah.
I don't even ride my e-bike as much.
Right, but I don't understand why.
Why?
Go ride your bike. Ain't nobody telling you not to ride your bike, bro.
Who telling you not to get up in the morning at the crack of dawn and go
Nobody.
surfing? Because that's normally when they go surfing. Nobody's
Nobody.
telling you not to do that.
Nobody. I was like, bruh, is that really what you're saying? I was like, so with this it just don't work. It does not work to go from decision day to your own place. It's been done before, Mitch. It does not work. You're setting yourself up for failure. I was like, no, you got to move in together.
Mhm.
You got to move in together. And then, like you said, Tommy, that's gonna be the real life. When them cameras is gone and we ain't got no call time, that's your time to say, okay, I like you,
Mhm.
or I'm Mitching, and do you like the bitching? You know?
Right.
I was just, and she was just like, no, until she was like, no, I don't think, no.
The big thing with her that got me was I felt like she's watched too much Sex in the City, because she said she was looking for the grand gesture.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot
Mitch
about
is
that.
not a grand gesture
At all.
guy.
At all.
Like his grand gesture was saying, hey, what does life look like after this?
Mhm.
That was his grand gesture. Like, hey, I want to see you in my life. But he's not going to lay out a
Bunch of-
romantic night,
Mhm.
rose petals.
Mm-mm.
I love you. I can't be without you. He's not going to do all that.
Yeah,
It's just not
yeah.
in him.
Yeah.
But you know what? When you said that, we didn't see the rose petals as much this season. We used to see the rose petals all the time. Everybody had, no one did really rolled out rose petals. That's not Mitch. Mitch even said it to himself. I think when he was talking at the dinner,
Yeah.
you want the big gesture. That's not me. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But again, if you want the big gesture, tell him, because you already know he doesn't know.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess
But
that's,
he's not gonna. We
not-
talking about
that's not
Mitch. She gonna tell him, and he gonna be like, I ain't doing
that's
that.
plastic.
That ain't. Yeah,
I
I
ain't
was gonna say it
doing
ain't
that.
earth friendly.
Yeah, he.
That ain't how. That ain't the word, but that's how that come up.
In the same breath, I'm disappointed at Kristen because she said in order for her to say yes on decision day. Well, let me not say I'm disappointed yet, but in order for her to say yes on decision day, that the man would have to say I love you. That was a boundary that she set.
Mhm.
And now all of a sudden, she's
Or they
saying,
have sex.
We already had sex.
oh yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's out
that
the
was.
window.
That's out the window.
That's out the window. And for her just to, I feel like she's just accepting that, yes, I want you in my life. You've now changed your boundaries
Mhm.
that you set, your expectations. So really now whatever you say doesn't hold weight.
Mhm.
Right.
So that's my thing. I can't wait to see that. So I'm gonna just hold on, because right now I feel like you didn't keep to your word.
Yeah.
You got to keep to your word with these men. Okay, you got to tell them what you said and mean what you say. Listen, talking to my sisters. No. So,
I
listen.
think she checked. I agree. She should stick to her guns. But I think she's rethinking. Maybe I shouldn't have went as hard to expect him to love me. You know, I think she's rethinking it in that way. But she shouldn't have said it in the first place. Because, like we were saying, like for any of them, if I knew you regularly, not married at first sight, and we was dating, after 8 weeks, I ain't gonna say I love you necessarily.
Right.
So to expect a stranger to say that is just crazy.
I don't know you.
Still don't.
I know the version of you that is being recorded because you only are not recorded. I think they said 2 days a week. And then you still got to keep up appearances so that when we get back to recording the next 2 days, I don't have to act a fool and be like, this is not who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to just true to form be to Lisa. I don't like that comment talking about it's unprofessional because we got kids. We got real life. These are real kids. Please don't have me curse you out in these comments.
But how about this? Oh,
You were nice, Glenn. We don't live together. We don't all live together. Talking about it's unprofessional in the kids every video. This is real life.
And
What do you look like at your house? You got kids?
But how about we wanted it like that?
Absolutely, because we are family.
We wanted it.
Listen, this is what it looks like when you have like good decorum. Not.
We were hoping and praying like look for it to be real.
Yes.
We want
wanted babies
to pop in.
And if Kingston was here, I'd be like, sit in the video next to Artieka.
Look, for real, y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
If it was a door here, my youngest, she would
got to
knock
come
on the
in.
door and I'd be turning to the side. Don't do that.
And our video,
Don't
you
do
just to the side is one of our kids,
Yeah.
man. But
Don't-
the 18-year-old,
don't do that.
whether the 17-year-old, or whether the 9-year-old want to get something. So,
Yeah, and at 3, they just don't care. It's
Right.
not-
Hello.
Right. Right. Yeah, look, I had to let me drink a little water.
it's like a family reunion.
Yeah, it is.
It's a family reunion.
That bothered
And
me
we
a
digress.
little
We just broke down the fourth wall. So Mitch and Kristen, can he give her what she's looking for? And I'm not talking about the grand gesture. I'm talking about after the 8 weeks, if he says yes and she say yes, can Mitch give her what she's looking for as for a husband?
What'd you say?
I'm gonna say no. I think Mitch can give her caring. I think Mitch can give her. I think she would have to be what she was at the beginning of their relationship, always compromising for Mitch. I don't think Mitch will always compromise for her or do anything that she likes to do. I think when she wants to go out, go to the party, hang out, Mitch be like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay here." If she wants to go to a family reunion, and we're talking about, and they got plastic all over the place. Why are we eating off of plastic forks? Why they got plastic plates? I think he'll be that guy. He wants her to compromise for him, but I don't think he's willing to bend for her and kind of bring their lifestyles together instead of her conforming to his lifestyle.
Can I say this? But that's why his brother tried to put it, like his brother told him, don't talk yourself out of this. Because she, for what I know of her, she's a pretty good girl, you know? So
You wanna sit with me?
I know that's your MO. I know that's your MO, Mitch. So do not try to talk yourself. So, look, wait, can I do? Yeah, maybe. Don't try to talk yourself out of this. And I feel like, you know, that's why he hasn't had the relationships like he's had. His brother trying to ground him, like, just give it some time.
Yeah.
So, but I really don't think he can be the husband that Kristen needs or wants. And I hope he would want to try a little. I see, you know, there's some try there, but he got so much to overcome.
I don't think he has to. I don't think it's gonna be a requirement from Kristen. I think she's been beat up so bad in relationships that, I mean, it's Mitch. I like you, Mitch, and this is what I have. You know, and she's gonna accept that. I don't personally agree with that, but you know, I think that's what it is, you know. And Mitch is gonna require everything, but you know, she's just needing them a pulse and a penis.
Mitch
You know?
just happy to be here.
Right.
He's gonna be the guy that she lied and said she wanted on her question.
Yeah.
When she said she wanted somebody passionate about their work, check. He can do that.
Mhm.
But all the other stuff, Mitch not going for that.
Mhm.
He's going to continue to be himself, and that's just what it is. And she's gonna still be compromising, and then she'll blow up about something, and then she'll go back to being compromising again.
Right. I agree.
They'll go surfing together and call in Kumbaya.
Yeah.
With fires on the beach.
Let me say that. Let me go back to that. For him to say I haven't been surfing every day and doing my e-bike, she absolutely has been to the beach with you, bruh.
Twice
She
at minimum.
And it ain't even her thing. She was like, remember that time she was just filming herself and he was in the background.
Mhm.
Let him do. So she gonna let you do you.
But it goes back to what Tommy said. She's just happy with,
Just
a
happy to
penis.
be here.
She's just happy with a man.
A pulse and a penis.
Yeah, and she's happy to be married. Think about it.
That's it.
That's what it is.
She's happy to be married. And Mitch is, do she think she can do better than Mitch? I think she does. But do she want to leave Mitch? I think she's not 100% sure.
Yeah,
Because I don't think she wants her father. Remember, she was really close to her dad.
yeah.
And she don't want her parents to be like, oh, you failed another marriage? Because the last guy didn't even make it.
They
to
didn't make
marriage.
it. Yeah.
Now you made it to marriage, and this one only lasted 8 weeks. So
But I don't even think she's worried about that so much from her parents. She's worried about that from her.
Mhm.
It's like,
Is she
I
enough?
just don't nobody want me.
Yeah,
I'm just take.
I'ma just
here.
take- yeah.
I'm just take what I
Yeah.
got.
yeah.
That's
I didn't even think
unfortunate.
about it that way.
That's unfortunate.
Because he says no, she might really be.
She gonna be devastated.
She can be
She is.
devastated.
Like that's because it's if he says no, it's unexpected.
Right.
That's one because she's expecting him because he said he didn't want to lose her or leave her or something like that.
Mhm.
So it's an expectation at this point that he's gonna say yes, But
That was his grand gesture. Baby, please.
Yeah.
That was Dwayne at the end of the line. We was getting married. Baby, please. That's what he had. That was the I don't want to lose you. Baby, please.
Oh, man.
yeah,
Y'all let us know in the chat. Do you think Mitch will say yes? Do you think Kristen will say yes? We'll give our predictions at the end, but in the chat, what you guys think about Mitch and Kristen when they say yes or when they say no? I just dropped that comment in the chat. Let's move on.
all right.
Anything else on Mitch and Kristen before we move? Oh man, Alexis and Justin.
Let me look at my notes.
Alexis and Justin. Jack, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah,
We
let's
saw.
go.
We start with you. We saw Alexis talk to her mama. We saw Justin talk to his mama.
Thank you.
I think both of the mamas gave some good advice. I'm gonna say they both gave some good advice. You can tell both mamas know their children.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one thing I picked up off of that when they were talking to their mamas, that both mamas know their children. All right. Do the children know each other? Meaning, do they know each other and can they make this thing work? They got the advice. Can they make it work?
First of all, I enjoyed the conversations that they had with their parents, because I think for real, all parents know their children, but do you know them to the point where you could call them out to their face? And that's what the mama did. Alexis' mom was like, "You a runner. I know you got it in you. I'm gonna need you to settle down. Give that man a chance. Don't just run. Don't just run." Now, Justin's mom, she got him with that overthinking. I feel like she did a bit much on the you need to be more free.
Yeah.
That part I am not talking to.
I'm gonna tell my child.
Right.
Y'all know I'm gonna tell my child.
Yeah, tell your child. I ain't
You
mad
know
at
I'm gonna tell my child. I might tell him here's the website and the book. Get yourself together.
Right.
And a
But
gift
it's a
card.
different. But that's
She
but
said
that's
a
our
gift card.
that's our generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking
Yeah.
like his mom is not my mom. My mom's 85.
Right.
But I would never.
I don't talk to my mom about sex.
I had
anymore,
listen.
think. Yeah.
I had one conversation with my mom, and it wasn't even like that. I'm gonna put it out there. Like she tried to throw my daddy under the bus, because she was like, your daddy was a virgin when we got married. And I was like, "Oh, for real, mama? What about you?" She was like, "Ain't nobody tell you."
I would have just ended
That
with
was-
praise the Lord.
that was it. That was it. But yeah, I can appreciate that. Again, they called their kids on the carpet, like, you do this.
Mhm.
You need to fix this. Like, Justin, get out of your head. Stop. You overthinking, overgeneralizing. Just get out of your head. the part that I thought was funny was when they were talking and Justin shared with the group how he talked to his mom and what his mom said. Alexa's face was like, I said she having one of them moments where she want to say something, but she ain't gonna say nothing because she really looked like she wanted to say something about what he was saying. And even when they talked with the sunflowers,
Yeah.
and he was talking, and
He got you.
He got me good. He got me good.
and
Oh, I know.
she was like, I'm thinking about it, I'm internalizing, I'm just listening.
I'm sorry.
He was like, I was burnt.
I'm sorry.
I was burnt.
You know, even with the sunflowers with the date, I still think Alexis came in with the date with her mind. Like, I don't care what this dude does, that I'm on it. Because when she started talking to him at the date, and when she started talking to him on the when they was at the date, and she started explaining, and she was like, "Well, I came here. I didn't come to find a best friend per se, but we can be friends after this."
Here you go, Daddy. Here you go.
Alexis like, we can be friends.
I'm just your friend.
But I think Alexis was like more so.
I got you.
I think she wanted a friend, and more so than a mate. And I think she's cool being friends with Justin, but she knows she don't love dude.
Mm-hmm.
But she keep telling everybody I'm at 90%. She had 90% out the door.
This is the second or third time. Was this the second time or third time where she's basically talked to him like it's over?
It's over.
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, maybe we could just be friends coming out of this.
Yes. That's what she said.
She said it.
And what your mama tell you? That you need to be more freaky? Ma'am. Ma'am. We didn't have that conversation. Is that the only thing you heard?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And for me, there is nothing that you heard with her mom saying, don't run. I heard her mom saying, if you're not happy, then you shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I heard. If you're not happy, you shouldn't be there. But
are
you like really taking the steps to make sure that you're unhappy with your current relationship?
Right.
And what I've come to realize is the thing that she's not happy about, of course, is that he's not as masculine, not as street as she'd like, not as experienced sexually. Listen, she wanted somebody that entirely different that actually probably doesn't want her. That's why she's here on the show. We all know that the reason we're on the show is because we have some kind of issue. And the issue is more than just I'm a runner. Because some men, you run, baby, I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you. Here I come, baby, please, baby, please.
They really want you to chase you. Yeah, they come.
And it's not like a dig at her, but it is something that she needs to think about. Like, what is the energy? We see the energy. It's the I don't really like you. You really ain't shit. You don't live up to my standards. And I just wanted him to say no. That would make me so happy. That sounds so horrible. But I would like him to be able to stand in himself and say, because he's still talking about he's not sure either.
Because he told his mama, like he said, some days I say yes, some days I say no.
Right.
And some days I say yes, and some days I say no. He doesn't know.
Right.
And I think the sex thing was trying to make him say yeah. And we try to see, okay, if he not attractive, we don't communicate well. Let's see if he got that, that bomb. Let's see if his pulse and penis work. I'm gonna use time stuff, right? Let's see if his pulse and penis works. And she realized that's not where it was at neither. So she's definitely like,
yeah.
What do I have? He's like, I like you. You look nice. You a good arm piece. But do I want to put up with that?
Right. And and that whole Maya situation, she should have been like honest about not liking him. Don't give the dog away. Why don't you let the dog stay over with your cousin, uncle, brother, sister, mama, somebody. Just let you don't need to give her away yet. Let's see what we can do. Maybe she just needs to be reintegrated. Anything. She could have came up with anything because she now has devastated that man, as we all know probably what she's gonna say. You know what I mean? Yeah. Artieka's gone.
He did say that to his mom. It's like I thought that would seal the deal.
That's my grand gesture.
Yes. And I felt like she should have said yes because I did that. That's why I did it, because I thought it was a yes from her.
Right.
And no.
But she don't like him.
She don't
And
like
that's
him.
and that's the thing that I think she wasn't fully honest,
Mhm.
and that's why they are where they are, because say I don't like you, don't babe and honey and fake the funk this whole 8 weeks, but then here it is, he's giving up sacrifices and everything like that, and you're just sitting there looking at him like that was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's completely unfair to him. But on the flip side, he's so soft and so emotional that he didn't stand up for himself and realize it, because that's what's causing him to overthink.
Right.
It's the fact that he doesn't have the assurance from his wife, from Alexis, that she likes him. Right. They had sex. I think that was a going through the motions thing. It was a you're here, I'm here, let's have sex type of deal. But it, like, outside of that, I don't think their problems stem from her not being completely 100% honest about how she's feeling about him in the beginning.
Right.
She's like, oh, this is God, and God is in this, and he put us here because I've already swiped left on him and stuff like that. But be honest with yourself, man. God placed him there, but you don't want to go with what God got. Like, it's okay, And so he's just running into those issues because he overthinks it because of that insecurity that he has, on everything. Like, a girl come up to you and say your stroke bad. Oh my goodness.
It's over. Your thrust game.
Right.
Your thrust game. They got thrust exercise.
Right. Like, what? Like, wait a minute, man. Who says stuff like that?
You need to go to thrust class.
Right. Like, man, like that's like for men. For men, it's like, it's certain things you just can't talk about.
Right.
And that's one of those things that a man would not want you to talk about, just because it's like he's doing the best he got with the tools that he was given. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so here I am.
Go ahead.
Here I am. Now, I understand that, the tools best that you're given. I don't like her approach. Maybe he do need a little help with the thrusting, but she could have found a better way to share. Like, baby,
Right.
I want you to do this. Maybe, how about this?
Right.
Or I don't know. Maybe showing the emotion that you was looking for. I'm trying not to be.
Show pictures.
Yeah,
Show
video and say,
pictures.
this is the motion that I like.
Or buy a Kama book or something, No, but I agree with you though, because if you let's try again, Barbie. Buy a Kama book.
Let's try this.
Let's try this. Let's see if this works.
Right.
Let's see if that works. Or I go back to you guys. Let's sit down and have a conversation.
Let's have a
Before we
conversation.
even have sex.
Yeah.
All right. Look, it seemed like they didn't talk much.
They didn't.
Because he didn't know. Go back to the Maya situation real quick. He didn't even talk to her about, I'm going to give away my dog.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you? Because it seemed like I'm getting not that it's okay, but I'm giving him away with the implication that you're going to say yes on decision day.
Yeah.
Let her know why you're giving a dog away, because if you don't, it becomes manipulative.
Yeah.
Like, now you can always play it because she like, you gonna keep
That's what she said, yeah.
Are you gonna hold this
Good
over my
point.
hand?
Yeah, good point.
So have that conversation about, hey, this is why I'm giving the dog away, because I want the relationship more than I want the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And that she might have been, oh, Justin. Then you could work on your stroke game because you felt.
But you know what? You made a good point about that Kama Sutra book, because maybe missionary isn't your thing,
Ain't your thing.
and one of them other positions is.
It is.
Listen, Justin, do you hear that? That's from a man, a seasoned man. He's willing to give you some pointers. I'm a woman talking shit.
It don't work.
I got a witness.
Yeah, you got
I got
to.
a witness from Mount Calvin. I got a witness, but no, for real. And you got family like mine. Like, my sister's in the chat. You can speak up if you want to. But, like, it's a book that she got when she got married that she gave to me.
Yeah.
And it's called The Joy of Sex.
Oh, yeah.
I was
That
like-
book is old. It's
That's what
fine.
I'm saying. So,
Yeah, why
it's
wouldn't you?
stuff. You
Yeah.
ain't got to embarrass that man.
Yeah, please.
Right.
Yeah.
Go pick you up some. Get you some. I bet you got some family members that got some resources.
Yeah.
While she talk, Justin's mom talking to him about being freaky. Well, see, son, while I'm talking to you, let me go in my bag. Let you, look, here you go. But I'm glad you said.
I'm gonna take your time.
I almost fell off the couch when she said, "It's some of them machines, them exercises that can help with your thrust." I said, "And what machine would that be?"
Well, there
dear?
is the
You
when
want
you
the
be
robot?
no, not the rope, but I'm thinking about that. It is a thrust exercise with the barbell
you land on
for
it.
your
Yeah,
glutes.
for your
And so
butt,
maybe
yeah.
maybe you need to tighten your core and do that. But you know,
See, but you can't get too graphic, but that's when she's supposed to take
Yeah,
the
that
bar.
bad.
She's supposed to take on the role of the bar.
But that's a conversation that should have happened during pillow time.
Yeah,
Directly
absolutely.
after.
yeah,
Right.
directly after.
Or
Yes,
next day.
Maybe not directly.
Next day.
Directly after.
But you know the
I can always
ego.
offer you some points of improvement.
And then you go try again.
But you like
After he wake up, and she probably couldn't let me.
She ain't doing no work. She like to be submissive. She just lay there like a dead fish. Listen,
so sex aside.
that's not what that means, y'all. I'm just talking.
Something that I have started working on, sex aside, is correcting in the moment. So with correcting in the moment, it's one of those things where, you know, if I don't like how something happened, let me just go ahead and be verbal about it right now. Just go ahead and get it out of the way, move on. And so that's something that she could have corrected in the moment. The next morning, when they're reminiscing on the evening that they had the night before, go ahead and correct it in the moment. I like it if you did this. Just change it up, flip it, reverse it, figure that all out. We'll get it together. Or at least it should be gotten together.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at me. Right, we're looking like, is everything all right?
Yeah, everything good. Hey, good. Oh, wait, we're good. So yeah, he needs some more time. He needs some.
Look at all of us looking at Glenn like,
Are we in trouble?
what's up? They need the room.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. But Justin needs to do and what Lex needs to do. They really need to have a heart-to-heart conversation.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of things that are missing in their conversation with each other.
Mm.
And they're
All
not
the way
really,
around,
and they're
right.
not laying everything out on the table.
Right.
Some people are still holding cards too close to the chest, maybe because they don't want to get hurt. Maybe they just don't have any issues or whatever. Okay, but at this point, I think in your 8 weeks, you need to lay that bad boy. You need to lay everything out. There's nothing. I mean, you got 8 weeks, so let's lay it all on the table and figure out how can it be. Can we stay together? Can it work? Can it not work? Can I get my dog back? Like, if we do stay together, okay, can Maya come back home? Is Newton going to live with your mama? To like, what are we gonna? Because we really haven't think about it. They really haven't addressed issues. Are you still going out to the club? Because we never saw the resolution from that issue. Are you still gonna keep hanging out? Can we spend nights out together? Are you every time we get mad? Are you gonna run back to your apartment? And even Nate and Stasha talked about where they're gonna live at, right? So we haven't seen any of those conversations with Alexis and Justin. What makes me believe y'all gonna say no.
Right.
Because there's no deep conversation after 8 weeks.
Right.
Because even Miguel and Lindy, we know they had a conversation about insurance in different places. Even Mitch was like, after 8 weeks, I might go back to my apartment where we're gonna stay at. We know Nate and Stasha are gonna move to Stasha's mansion, right? Where he can't touch anything. But you haven't heard any of that conversation with Alexis and Justin.
Yeah. What's next?
What's next?
Because she don't like him.
At all.
But you know what? I think maybe it's just me being hopeful. I think she like him. She just don't like him like that.
Oh,
She don't like him that much. You know what I'm saying? Like
Look at me looking at
she like him
Jackie.
like
They best friends at
Like
first
friends,
sight.
they can be
That's what
friends.
I'm saying. She
That's
like
it.
him like, you cool and everything, but I don't know if I want to do this forever.
So that's something that I actually wondered while watching that episode when she says this isn't best friends at first sight. I wonder how many of her male friends started out
Mm-hmm.
as love interests
Ooh.
and then became
Come
her
through.
friend.
Come
That's the
on.
point.
Probably a lot.
Because she has nothing but attractive male friends.
Yeah.
It had to have been something somewhere with one of them.
Right.
It's like all these nice looking guys and
Alexis,
nobody
you watching?
trying to
Girl,
holler at
tell
you.
us.
I mean, cut. I'm telling you what
'Cause I wanna
happened.
know
she,
now.
she got put in the homegirl
Mhm.
category. She got put in the homegirl. That's my homegirl. And she was like, I sure do wish you would like me. And he was like, throw me the ball.
hang on with me. Like, hang out. Let's go. Let's go. Move on. I don't think she's gonna. She just doesn't come off.
I'm gonna get into it. Once we
Love
get
it.
into our predictions, I'm gonna get into this decision day. What I said should be happening, for all of them.
I think she needs to stop lying and tell them more the truth. Because she think about everything she says. She's kind of 1 minute she's in, then 1 minute she's out, and he doesn't know which way she is because I want to be with you.
That's where
I don't want to be with you.
That's where his insecurities come from.
Right, because she's
Right.
she's not giving him a clear cut picture to anything. And I think by this time, I think we talk about it on our review all the time. If we was in a situation, by the time the 8 weeks were over, we'll know. We'll have a conversation like, hey, are you gonna stay with me, not stay with me, stay with me, not stay with me? What's going on?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Like
don't blindside me on decision day.
Right. Nah, you gotta
Embarrass
tell
me on
me.
TV.
No, you ain't gonna embarrass me on national TV. But now,
what was the conversation at the house?
like it only makes sense, man. Like she talks about him being him overthinking and being so insecure, but she never thinks about, well, how can I help him with that? What am I doing to feed into that? And it's like they're not communicating with each other the way they should, or the way they would normally communicate with somebody, because nobody wants to step on each other's toes. But in a normal situation, in a normal friendship, they would. Hey, that ain't right. Or I don't like it like this, or do this or do that next time. Those are the things that they would normally say, but they're trying to protect each other's whatever. Her more so than him because of how emotional he is, and simple, hey, this is what I need from you. This is what I'm gonna give you, simple conversations like that feeds and helps them move forward to what they're trying to do. But I don't think she got past not liking him, not being attracted to him and stuff like that.
Let's move on to the last couple. Let's move on. Last couple. Nate and Stasha.
Can I start right there? Because Tommy kind of segued into
Yeah,
that.
that's
Oh,
why,
Dylan,
Yes,
go ahead.
But segue skills are
Because
getting it.
that was the thing with Nate and Stasha. He talked about that triggers my insecurities, and we had a whole conversation about that. Okay, so is it my job not to trigger you, or is it your job not to be triggered? It's both.
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
But I think also that her insecurities are what are triggering his insecurities, because she's insecure about love.
Yeah.
And then he's like, look, I'm doing everything but telling you that I'm in love with you. Like, you can't take that. And she's like, no, I need to hear it. And so it's literally just a back and forth of the exact same thing.
Yeah. But where's the experts? That's all my mind was sitting there thinking, like, where are y'all guys at in this conversation? And tell them they're on the same page, that he's giving you, he's showing you, because love is just not it's just not a verbal thing, but it's also an action thing. Don't let me just say it. I mean, don't just take my actions as what they are, which is love, but also affirm, because men don't talk about it much. And Tommy, we're the only two guys at this table.
Yeah.
All right. But sometimes men want to hear, if I go fix the cabinet, even if I screw a light bulb in, right? Husband, I appreciate you for screwing that light bulb
Absolutely.
in, but before I even asked you to, right? Sometimes women don't think men need that affirmation. And Nate not that you keep score, Nate just wants to be able to be heard and want her to affirm him about what the things that he's doing.
But this is the thing. Like, me and Talisa were talking about this before we started. I understand that he's saying that this is showing you that I'm in, but you live with a whole woman for 2 years. You told me this. You lived with her for 2 years, but yet you weren't in love. And you said you didn't have a serious relationship. So I'm sure you screwed in the light bulb for her. I'm sure you got her oil changed.
I'm sure you took a trash out.
I'm sure you did all of that. So I hear
Are y'all talking about, are those real things, or these are analogies?
Analogies.
But as a woman, those are real things.
Oh, okay.
But they are.
I was like, are they
happened
like
in 2 years?
Yeah.
Being living with somebody.
The question is, have you not done those things?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, it's like, are we talking about actually doing that or having sex? Oh, okay.
Literally, have you screwed fruity and they light up.
Or taking the car to have the oil.
Getting the oil change, you know what I'm saying? You change the oil, really.
That's just got it.
You got me snorting.
I just got it. He's like,
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean,
Look, these are the conversations we have when we're muted.
I mean, they'll actually do it. Well, some
I got
people
you.
might consider the masculine thing.
I got
you. But yeah, it's like you have to do something. You have to do something to let her know. I understand the tattoo. Maybe you didn't tattoo for the other lady. Okay, I get that too. But I believe you went through all these motions with this other person, and now you telling me that you didn't love her. Why you living with somebody that you don't expect to go nowhere with it? Like you don't love her. Like why?
Right.
So but at the same time, right? But at the same time, I felt like Stasha, you went all the way to the left too. Don't tell that man. In the apartment, we just be going through the motions. He like, hold the H up now. Now, what we not gonna do is that right there. He was like, I'm going through the motions. I brought you soup last night. Who going through the motions? But it's like, now she shouldn't have did that. I was just like, and then you gotta really explain to him what you mean, because she wasn't really forthcoming. Like he was like, how am I going through the motion? What are you saying? Like Artieka said, her insecurities are triggering his insecurities. It's just a tornado. It's a windfall.
I feel like we're back at the whole she needs to be affirmed. And that he is an action, right? When we think about the 5 love languages, and she's still going back to, I need words of affirmation. So when he said, I don't want to be stuck with you, that was a trigger.
Yeah.
That was a trigger. So all she heard was, well, I'm gonna say no then, because you gonna say no.
You
don't
stuck.
Right. Words are powerful. Because you're sure not gonna tell me you're gonna be stuck, because you ain't got to be stuck nowhere.
You used the wrong verb there, buddy.
When he said it, I was like,
ooh, that was a lot.
Right.
And then turned
He
around.
doubled down.
Yeah.
He repeated
it.
Like,
Like stuck. You heard what I said. It was all my, like, what you gonna
he
do?
was all
Put
his
that
chip in right there at the table. He said, you know what? If I'm going there,
Yeah,
I'm my way to go.
I'm here now.
And then you think about the next day when he just said, I don't want to be unhappy.
Right.
Which is implying that I'm not happy. And is that, let's just keep it a band. You guys have been married for a number of years. You're not always sunshine and rainbows and happiness.
Absolutely.
You're not always, and somebody, the expert, should be telling them that this is what love looks like. It looks like getting over being upset and saying hurtful words and figuring out, how do I never say, I don't want to be stuck with you again? You know what I mean? Like, how do I communicate that I don't like what you said? It hurt my feelings and I need some time. Versus, I don't want to be stuck and I'm ready to stab you.
Like he said in our review today.
Right.
Love is.
So Lisa, you're so violent.
Love is. We just had an argument, but I'm still say, do you want something to eat?
Yes.
That is love.
But I love Tommy. I won't stab him. Okay?
Thank you.
I don't want that energy to be here. I don't want that energy to be here. That energy has been removed.
Right.
He was just right here next to me.
I think that's key, because some people have to learn that you can argue and still be loved.
Yeah.
And I think I'm reading Pastor Cal's book, and he says people think because we disagree is not love.
Yeah.
Loving you, just because we're in love, don't mean we always got to agree. Because we're different people from different backgrounds, have different experiences, we see different things, and agreeing. There's a lot of people who agree with you that don't like you.
Absolutely.
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 Definitely don't love you.
That's
Absolutely.
Or they want to take your place. They call them backstabbing.
Yes.
Smile in your face.
Yeah.
Time they want
To take your place, right?
Listen.
So there are a lot of people that do that. And so just because we married and we have this agreement, don't mean I don't care about you. Because I ain't gonna let nobody else harm you. I ain't gonna let nobody else mess with you.
So you're reading Pastor Cal's book, and he's giving this information
Right.
to the masses.
Exactly.
Who's sharing this good information with the couples on every season for the last, however many seasons
Right.
that we have watched. Who's
Mhm.
sharing this information?
I would
with
think it
them?
should be homework. I think it should be required reading for them. I think
Yeah.
that while you in this 8 weeks, this is what you need to be reading or listening to.
Yeah.
Based on
That's
what,
probably a conflict of interest.
based on what Stasha said, it sounds like they're giving them some more tools because she was like, you're not putting the tools into place,
Yeah,
so
but they
Yeah.
just showed us the same video from before.
and that's what I'm about to
Yeah.
say. I know they have said before, it's only so many, like it's not a full out counseling session thing.
Mhm.
Who was talking about? I know it was
I can't
Dr.
remember.
That was
Viviana.
Dr. Viviana.
Yeah, she was like, we do this with them these many times. Like she talked about how many times they meet with them,
Okay.
and it's not like every day. It's
And
not
she says she also gives like basic resources
Mhm.
because they're not her clients.
Right.
right.
She's
that's
like,
what
if
she
you
said.
retain me, yeah,
That
you
makes
come
sense.
on. But basic information.
But the show not retaining her.
That don't make sense.
Right. I'm just
That
you
don't
know, I
make sense
get
to me.
told no because
Yeah.
as
that the
a
point?
as a coach, I'm gonna give you things nuggets all the time. But if you're my client, it looks different. But in this space, ma'am, they are your client.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right? Or am I
No.
misreading that?
No, I was thinking that too.
I think that too. The success rate of these couples are important to not only if we look at it, the bottom line of Lifetime
Mm-hmm.
show, because we watch these shows, we want to see some of these couples succeed. If every season all the couples said no, we wouldn't be watching the show.
Yeah.
You
I don't know,
stop.
we might, because I might want to see the shenanigans that happen.
Right.
Y'all had-
But you want them to be able to be successful.
You
And
do,
especially when we,
yeah.
and, we talk about black love here. Let's be honest, we're black people, we got black, and so we want to see black love. We want to see successful.
Mm-hmm.
You would think you would give it Pastor Cal, whoever, would be giving these couples the advice that've been married for a long time.
It would make,
Yeah.
help them be
Help
successful.
them be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. Sharon asked a question to August Love Story.
What'd
How
she
long
say?
did it take y'all to say I love you?
Shoot, it took
Okay,
me.
so we have to preface this by saying I met Tommy when I was 18, but I did not date Tommy until I was 26. So we did not have an awkward getting to know each other phase of
Yeah, I see.
actually dating. But what was it, like a month into actually
I
dating?
don't know.
Something like that.
I said it first.
Yeah, he said it first.
I said
But
olive oil. I whispered it. You know,
anyways.
olive oil look like you saying I love you. I knew it though, man.
But we also moved at a very fast pace because we started dating in July and we lived together by that November. So it was like we missed all of the where'd you go to high school?
Right.
What's your best friend's name? I knew all these people, I knew all these things. So we missed a lot of the beginning awkwardness.
But it's like for me, I'm not weird about love
Mhm.
and saying I love you and stuff like that because I tell my friends I love them. You know, I'm a person that says that. You know, and everything. What's in my pocket? Oh, and so that's when thinking about that question and thinking about love and thinking about Nate and Stasha, it's like, well, Nate is not a person that says I love you. He probably wasn't told I love you
Right.
a lot, you know. And so if that was the case, I don't know if that was the case or not, but if that was the case, then Stasha needs to be observant enough to understand, okay, his I love you looks different from my I love you. You know, I need to hear it. He needs to understand if
she can't see that.
he wants to be with her, he needs to understand you're gonna have to say this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
neither of them can see.
Right,
that.
right. And that's the issue that they're running into. It's like Stasha, every time she brings up, oh, you gotta say I love you and this and that, he's like, it's only been 2 months. Bro, you know if you love this woman or not.
Or at least that you have very strong.
At least
very
where like
strong
is the, if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, if that, you know, if you don't want to be like I love you because you're
Yeah.
afraid of the vulnerability,
Right,
of
right,
it, 'cause
right.
That's really what it boils
He said
down
that.
to.
He's kind of grown from 40% to say, I think when it was, I'm falling in love with you.
Right.
But then this time he said, I don't love you.
He's
He told her, I don't
like,
love
I
you.
don't love you.
I don't
Right.
like you.
Between the two.
Yeah, I don't love
Mixed
you.
signals.
But he was like, his thing was, I can grow to love you.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's putting a time limit on it. Man, you can see a person and be like, that's it. You know, or you can grow, work with a person and be like, yeah, this is my person, you know. And that's the thing for him. They have to understand what works for the other person and what makes it better for the other person, how that person is going to respond. Now he runs into a situation where her controlling aspect of things, it's going to hurt their relationship because she can't relinquish that control in a manner that allows them both to be themselves. You know, because you think about it, what does she make 3 times more than he does? The kid thing scares him because his mom left his dad with kids.
Right.
You know, he don't want to do that. He's like, I got to make 200,000 to have one child. Like, he has all these stipulations before he's ready to have children. She's ready to have children now. So he's probably feeling like he's being rushed to say I love you so they can have children, so they can do this, so they can do that.
She's on the timeline.
Right. She's on the timeline and he's like,
Right.
I'm not there yet.
Love
Which
should
is
have
okay.
happened yesterday.
Right. It should have happened yesterday for her, but it's like seeing their conversation and then kind of breaking down how they are basically combating each other. It's like, I understand why Stasha is intimidating to people because she's intimidating him, you know, to a point to where he's like, I don't really want to do this. You know, it ain't fun to me anymore, you know? And
She got a checklist.
right, and he doesn't, and he's like, man, if I get into this, if I say yes and one thing happens, she can be like, no, bro, you need to go. And now I'm 10 steps behind, 10 steps back.
I'm sorry, because I was about to say the homeless thing makes me mad about him.
Wait, because I got a point on that, but I feel a type of way, Miss Sharon, because you ain't asked us that question. You must didn't ask us because I don't know. I want to say that, but to that point. But the one thing Stasha has just been really trying to drill home with him is that I'm not going to do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get in that, this is my place. You can go. You can leave. I said, now review, for real, even when you got a place together and both y'all name on it, somebody can still feel like you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my house, you know?
Oh, no, definitely.
But so he's stuck on that, the baby thing. And I just feel like for some of those things, you just have to take her at her word that she's not going to do that to you. Because I feel like people that do that, you know the people that's,
you do.
you know the people
you
that's
know
going to
they
be the type to be like,
You know their character.
you need police come. He is he needs to leave. He needs to leave.
That's one of the things, though. When we first moved in with each other, I refused to get my name on the lease because I wanted to be able to leave if it didn't work out. I didn't want to have to, using Nate's words, stuck
Right.
in this lease with you. Now, was it the second place we lived or the third place we lived where I finally was on the lease?
The third?
Yeah, it took us a while for me to get on the lease, but that was my choice,
Right.
not him saying, hey, I don't want you on the lease or anything like that.
So that's, I mean,
Okay.
each is, I think Nate's thing is you got to get back. Every woman's not his mother,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Good point.
Stasha got to realize everybody ain't your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
the
they
big-
both have parent issues
Mhm.
that if they can ever get those together and create their own family,
That's the ticket.
everything will be better because you're not your mama and she ain't your mama and he ain't your daddy. So let's try to build this thing together.
That's a good point, Glenn.
That's very
That's
good.
because that really is, even if you don't have mommy or daddy issues or whatever issues it is that you grew up or you saw in your family dynamic, you have to know, oh, I'm about to get churchy on a Sunday. You have to know you have to know that you are the curse breaker and you can be the beginning
Mm-hmm.
of a new start. You don't have to walk that out. You don't have to have the attitude that's going to be like that. You decide, no, it's going to be different from me and my house. I'm going to be. That's why I said Nate has to take her word. I know my mama did, but she is saying to me that she's not going to do that. So I'm going to create a new dynamic.
So my question is, what passage are you referencing that we should be having after? Is it as for me and my house?
As for me and my house.
Right, as for me and we gonna serve the
We gonna
Lord.
serve the
Is
Lord.
that what we going, Jeremiah? Whatever that is.
That's it.
I'm just
For
saying,
real.
yeah.
For real.
The one thing I wanted to mention though is the whole dismissive go back to is the dismissal of the affection that he's showing,
Yeah.
the routine,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
One of the things we talked about it earlier, when she said it's missing a burning passion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what I had said in talking to Jackie was that passion goes away in marriages all the time. It's something that you have to work on because life happens. Work, kids, you get busy, your mind. So you have to work on it. That burning passion that she's looking for is missing out of a lot of relationships because they're doing the
That burning passion.
The-
Drunk sex.
the-
That's what it is.
I'm done. I mean, they having passionate sex without maybe
Right.
they're not. Maybe he just going through the motions because remember his friend said that he was a freak.
Mhm.
So maybe they don't have that burning passion in that bedroom because it's just his natural behavior. So it does not feel affectionate or the connection that she may want. I'm pulling this out the air, but it sounds good
Or
to
like,
me.
oh, we
It
talking,
does,
maybe
it
he's banging the headboard, but ain't thrusting and holding.
Yeah.
Because you need to hold. Maybe they need to do the breathing exercise. You know, hold each other and breathe and sync before they have sex or after or something to connect them because she doesn't feel whatever the connection is.
You know, every season we gotta have somebody do tantric yoga.
Please,
They could have
they
been
could have been.
couple.
They
Who
could have
did
been.
it this season?
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's the
No.
Ain't that
problem.
what Kristen and Mitch did?
No.
What did they
Like,
do?
What did they do?
yoga, but it
They
wasn't
did.
tantric.
Oh.
But yeah, it wasn't tantric. It was blindfolded, touching,
Oh.
and no.
And
no
it was
laughing.
to get over them not laughing during sex, but they laughed the whole
Yeah.
time.
That's what I was. Look,
It was
like
awkward.
Talisa said, I'm gonna go old school. We had a bishop that he said, you got to pet the horse and rub the horse before you ride.
That's hilarious.
You got to.
That's hilarious.
You got to. And he's also the same one that to go with what you said, Talisa. You know, in a marriage and a relationship, the dynamics change.
Yeah.
You know, it may not be sex where you get the passion from, because this same bishop, it came to a point where, you know, they had health challenges or whatever. And he was like, we got to the point where I just had to get it from her eyes. I had to get the passion from her eyes. So it don't always be pow, 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 pow. Once you get in the routine of life, you put them sparks there, but it ain't gonna be no spark all the time.
That burning passion.
Like-
But I know I love you. I know you love me.
Absolutely.
I know you show up for me all the time, which to me looks better than a constant burning passion. Because it could be y'all act like maybe y'all have never had a passionate one night stand, okay? Because that's not who y'all are, okay? But folks that be having passionate one night stands, that's what they are. There's nothing after that. And what we want is the connection and is the love. So burning passion, ma'am, go ahead, get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to the club.
That's what it is. Drunk
You
sex.
find you somebody that's looking at you in your eyes while they drunk, because you know that drunk look make you think that it's something else.
I fight everybody in. I love you.
So now we're talking about Morgan. We know Morgan has business done. Right?
Mhm.
Are we in the predictions?
We're in the predictions round.
Okay.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, so while we in predictions, this is my thinking when it comes to decision day.
Okay.
I wish they would go, because I know the premise of Married at First Sight, you know, it's like, oh, we set them up blind, you know, and they last forever. But I think they need to get that out their head when they go to decision day. In decision day, they need to be thinking, do I feel like I have enough with this person? Not just to be married with them, but to put up with them past the 8 weeks. Like, can I get with them when the cameras are gone? We don't have call time, that type of thing. Don't even look to 10 years down the line. Like
I
they're
think
trying to.
that's true, because I think that's where a lot of them fail, is that they're like, are we going to be together forever?
Right.
But this might just need to be your right now.
And
And you know, sometimes we don't need. That's a good point. We don't need to look so far in the future. They say it all the time, but right now, how do I feel? You know how I feel about that.
Mhm.
You know how I
We
feel.
can go around the
Oh,
table.
hold
We
on.
can start this way. We can start with Talisa.
We come.
We start with Talisa, and then we'll come back to me.
Okay.
Oh, start with Talisa.
I mean, start with T.
I didn't think
Okay.
so. I didn't think
Who
so.
we going? Okay, I think this is what I said earlier today. I think I said Lindy and Miguel were going to say no,
Both of them?
but that was me basing off of the preview
Hey,
for next week's episode.
I didn't even watch the preview.
Who is another couple? Stasha
Stasha
and
and
Nate. They're gonna say yes, but that's after everybody get everything off of their chest because he probably done already gave up his apartment and stuff.
Mhm.
And he
I
don't want
didn't
to be
think
homeless.
about that.
Right.
Um,
I didn't think about it either.
who else is there? I said Lindy and
Yeah,
Miguel,
Big gave his apartment up.
Nate and Stasha. You got Justin and Alexis.
Justin and Alexis.
No, just big no.
Both of them are no.
Yes, big no's.
Okay.
Big no energy.
No. Okay.
And Kristen and Mitch will say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My turn.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Kristen and Mitch, yes. I got Justin. What did I say earlier? I think I said Justin and Alexis are no. And I think Justin says no, and Alexis says no. Stasha and Nate are no. I think Nate says no, and Stasha says yes. And who else we got?
Oh wait, hold
Lindy and Miguel.
Lindy and Miguel.
You said Stasha.
Stasha is gonna say yes, and Nate's
Nate's
gonna say no.
I'm
And,
with you with that one.
Lindy is going to say yes, and Miguel is going to say no.
So none of the couples stay together?
One, Kristen and Mitch.
Kristen and Mitch. Okay.
I want to say before I give you my predictions
Go ahead.
that I feel like they should actually ask them separately.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like we should get their answers before they get together.
Mhm.
Even the experts not knowing, but that they should be like, "What is your answer? Just straight yes or no. What is your answer in this moment?" Because you can get in that room and you could change your mind because you say something, but in this moment, separate and then come together.
That's what happened to Eric in Virginia.
Mhm.
Oh yes. That's
He
dope.
he changed her
Yeah.
answer.
Her
She didn't even
answer.
get to answer.
Right,
Yes.
right. So I feel like that would be
He
good.
changed up for her. It should be her.
Mm.
So when I think of Lindy and Miguel, I think Lindy's gonna say yes. Miguel's gonna hem and haw on it, and then say no because he's unsure of who she is. I'm just gonna say, even though he all smitten, I feel like he's gonna say no. Then I think about Stasha and Nate. For me, they both might say no because Stasha is like, "You don't love me, and if you know you're not giving me what I want," but she gonna say yes. So erase that. Okay, but yes, she gonna say yes, and Nate is gonna say no. Nate said, I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be put out your house and homeless." So for me, those are three key phrases that say no.
Mhm.
Justin and Alexis are both gonna say no.
Mm.
Oh wait.
Mhm.
Alexis is gonna say no because that's her new BFF. Excuse me. Should have drank some water before I started talking. But Nate, not Nate, Justin. I'm sorry, y'all.
Take your time. Take your time.
Mhm. Spit went down the wrong way. Didn't
I'm
he
not
happened to
finna
me
do
all the
this.
time.
I'm not gonna do this with you. I'm not gonna do this with you. But it did. So Justin, I'm a little bit on the fence because he's got all his cards in right now. So he should say no. But I think he's gonna say yes. She's gonna say no, and he's gonna say yes and just stand on whatever he feels and just deal with the consequences. Who's left? Mitch and
Kristen.
Mitch and Kristen. They're both going to say yes, and I'm going to be very disappointed in Kristen because she did not stick to her guns with the "I love you" boundary. That's how I feel.
I'll let you go. I'm sorry. Do you want me to go while you typing? Or?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to make sure. All right, because I want to, you type and then give your answer and all that. I'll go and then I'll let you go. I think Stasha and Nate both say yes. I really do. I think them wanting them to be a power couple will outweigh everything else. And Nate right now knowing that he has a short place to live after these 8 weeks, because if he gave up his apartment like Tommy said, he ain't got nowhere else to go. So you know what? At least I can move in with her to work out my next plan.
Mhm.
So he said both of them say yes. Miguel and Lindy. This is when I struggle. Miguel and Lindy said yes because I don't think because of religious background and what she don't want it to be divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miguel, as you said to Lisa, I think he hems and haws, but he eventually says yes.
You saying yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That he eventually says yes.
Okay.
Mitch and Kristen is the one I think he says yes, but I think she says no. I think she actually pulls because I think she.
Ooh, that'd be something.
I think she realized Mitch can't give her what she's looking for. Because if you go back to the pool, as they call pool gate, and she blows up, that was her biggest thing. You're not giving me what I'm looking for. You're not giving. And he hasn't done anything to change her mindset on that.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he made it worse with him taking the ring off and being single.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he says yes. She says no. And now I'm down to Justin and Alexis.
Look at me looking at you. I'm looking like, okay, little brother, listen.
But
You better get a right answer.
I think I want to say he mans up and says no. But all I can hear his brother saying is the conversation him and his brother first had when they first came on, that you're not ready, you're immature, that you want this. And I can hear, I don't see the growth in Justin.
Yeah.
I think Justin said yes.
Yeah.
And I think Alexis braces hard and says no.
Yeah, I feel like he just gonna go with whatever it is. Yeah.
And I hopefully, God knows, at least I pray that they let him answer first.
That would be nice. But
Because
it would be, this is my answer, and whatever I say is what I say.
right, because if they let her answer first,
And she say no,
if she said no, and he gonna say
he
no.
gets to say no.
Because he's people please.
Immediately,
right?
Yeah.
If she says yes,
and then he'll say yes.
then he'll say yes. I want him to go first.
Let's hope so. Let's hope
Let's
so.
cross our fingers and
Let's
hope
hope
Justin
so
goes
that
first.
Justin goes
That
first.
Justin goes first. But now we all do Miss Jack.
Okay. I think Stasha and Nate are both going to say yes.
Okay.
I think they're both going to say yes. I agree with you for Miguel and Lindy. I think Lindy's going to say yes because she said divorce is not an option. And I think we all agree. Miguel is going back and forth.
Miguel just wanted her cakes.
He got him.
And that's why-
He didn't even have to play this game that he been playing. You got the cakes in like 3 days. And after she done said she wasn't gonna give it to you, she gave it to you. You won.
It was a beautiful experience.
Right? I bet God. You won. Like,
You won.
And so in the end, I think when he goes back and forth, I think I'm with Talisa. I think he's going to end on a no because he just can't. He can't deal with her.
I'm sorry. All I can think of is that Beyonce song, and she said, "Bet you meet God." He met God. So, y'all know that's cuffing. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's cuffing season.
I'm sorry.
Let me go. I'm a Kristen and Mitch. I feel like Kristen would say yes because she's just glad to be in the service. I feel like Kristen would say yes because she's glad to be in the service. I think they're both gonna say yes.
Okay.
I think Kristen and Mitch gonna say yes. And for Justin and Alexis, if she says no first, he will say no. If he has to answer first, he's gonna say yes. So for me, it all depends on who goes first.
Go first.
But I think
But you have to make a choice.
in his heart,
Make a choice, Jackie. Make a choice.
he wants to say yes.
Okay.
He's gonna say yes, and she's gonna say
He
no.
asked stipulation if I
And
can
then
buy
he'll
it
be
back.
like, nah, no.
Yeah, I agree with Jay. It's J Dub. The cakes for health insurance. It's cakes for health insurance. So that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
So we good. We got our predictions. Man, I enjoy seeing y'all. We're gonna talk after this anyway. So we can show much love. Y'all don't get to see that after this. Y'all don't get to see the extra loving, right? Maybe a video later, but we're gonna show much love after this to each other. It's great having everybody here. It's family.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
We talk about love. I
Same,
love,
same,
I love-
It's
same.
It's
Love.
Easy. It's an easy. If someone said, "Do you love them?" Absolutely.
Yes.
Shout out to Kojo. Bring us together.
Oh yeah. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kojo.
Me and Stephanie are who we're missing.
Yeah. And Chloe. And Chloe.
Back to the panel discussion. We first met was because Kojo helped us together.
Yeah.
And then he got, he started doing bigger, better things.
Yeah, he didn't went on with his life.
and then Chloe came on with us, and she couldn't make it.
And
so,
she went on with her life.
she went on.
Don't make me be churchy on a Sunday. But I think for real, shout out to Kojo. I don't know if you knew what you were doing when you did it, but you did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you heard from the Lord when you did what you did, but you did it.
Yeah.
Go get your mom.
And it was a good thing.
Amen.
And created a bond.
Amen.
And created a bond that we're, even though we're on different coasts and different places, that we love being around each other, love meeting every Sunday. And when we don't, it feels awkward.
Like it's funny because we.
One, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, right. We be like, man, we gotta go. It's Sunday. We gotta get with the family on Sunday. Have a conversation. Yeah.
Maybe next time, that could be a whole theme. Like, where y'all want to see us, right?
Yeah.
And we could have Sunday dinner.
Do me a favor. Hey, put in the chat, where would you like to see us at? Where would you meet us at if we got together again? If we got together again, where would you like to see us at? What city? Name a city. And let us know.
Obviously, y'all see what we're doing. So
As long as it's not Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
I would go.
You know what?
I would go.
I would go. Too.
I would go.
My
in a
family
heartbeat.
used to live there.
I'd be like, okay, I'll be there. And it's probably cheaper for me because it's on the West Coast.
Look, my sister lost about dinner at her house. Now, cook.
Can she?
Hey, Maryland.
Okay.
I'm with it.
I'm with it.
I always like a good
I
meal.
like Maryland.
Bring a cake. Bring a cake. Oh man. But with that being said, thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with us, as they would say. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. For everybody in the chat, thanks for keeping the chat jumping. We have a couple of weeks. Got reunions coming up. We got Decision Day and a couple of reunions coming up.
Yeah.
So we still gonna be here. Same bad time, same bad channel. Appreciate everyone. Make sure you subscribe to Talisa Ray. Make sure you subscribe to August Love Story. Make sure you go to TalisaRay.com and buy our journals. Make sure you check out August Love Stories podcast that they have going on. Great content, great stuff. And keep rocking with us as well. And like their channel. Tell everybody else about their channel. Tell your mama and them over Thanksgiving dinner about their channels. Right?
Yeah, actually, you probably could turn it right. You guys, instead of before football come on or when it go off and y'all got the itis, whichever way it go, watch it whichever way because I think it's after. Put it on.
Depending on what coach you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Depending on where the football.
Just put it on, man. It don't matter. Just put it on.
Yeah, I think for us it'll be y'all get it a little late. We get it early.
Yeah, y'all.
So then y'all can have it on the West Coast after.
Right.
On the East Coast while y'all cook it. Boom.
Yeah.
You got
so,
it.
Lisa's on the West Coast.
Yeah. Only on the West Coast.
We're on the East Coast. Don't worry, I'm going to the West Coast.
Yeah.
So we might see. We might have another one here.
Yeah.
Shortly. All right. But thank y'all very much for joining us, rocking with us, and have a great evening.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.